Today, I have the privilege of being joined on this call with Erik and Heather, who are past clients of Rob Campbell. We're going to hear about their journey, hear about their story, all of the good things and the hard things and the fun things right after this. We'll be right back. Heather, Erik, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and introduce everybody to your littlest one there who is flailing a unicorn around.
This is Luella. We call her
Hello, Luella. Lou, what a great name. Actually, one of my daughter's friends her name is Lucia, and they call her Lulu.
Oh,
so that Lou, I like the name. It's good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you so much for joining and agreeing to this. I know Rob, in his email that he sent out to you guys, he's like, hey, I need you to pump my tires. And I was like, that's so Rob. Pump my tires. Like he needs more pumping in his tires.
We're happy to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Well, so why don't we dive right in? Why don't you give us a little bit of background on you guys and your journey and just kind of who is Heather and Erik?
I'm Heather. I'm in my mid-30s.
Yeah, perfect.
And yeah, I'm originally from Vancouver, and that's where I met Erik, and we fell in love working at a brewery together. We both worked in the craft beer industry.
So you kind of budded a nice relationship from there.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and that's where we were married at the brewery.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then we have a 3-year-old and this little one.
Who wants to be on camera? Yeah.
I know. And yeah, Erik's from Ontario.
Am I going to be able to talk about myself?
Sure.
Okay.
No, sit there and look pretty.
That's usually his job.
Yes, so I'm Erik, and I'm originally from Ontario. And I moved out to BC in 2015.
Okay.
And shortly after, that's when I met Heather, when I got the job at the brewery we worked at. Yeah.
Very cool.
It's been a very busy 5 years. We've been together for almost 5 years.
Absolutely.
We've moved, 4 times?
Yeah.
2 babies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You like a challenge.
Yeah. So now it's time to just kind of chill and settle and figure life out, right?
Let's hope so.
Yeah, we're ready.
That's what you're going for.
The roots down.
That's right. So are you planning kind of babies 3 and 4 in the next 4 years then too?
Nope.
Nope.
Sometimes I think about having another one, and then I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I don't want to be
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. No, that's cool. So why don't you let's jump in, because we want to hear the story of your journey, because you guys we were chatting before and you said you moved here from Tofino, right? From the island.
Right.
From surfer town to cow town, well, close to, but it's Airdrie. And like kind of what prompted the change going from the island and having that kind of lifestyle to moving to Airdrie?
So the place we bought in Tofino was a pretty kind of rundown modular home. It was definitely suitable for a young married couple, which was our intention, to just hang out there for a bit and just surf and hang out. And then shortly after we purchased the place, we found out we were having our first kid.
Yeah.
So we still made the move, and we lived there for almost 2 years and had our first child when we were living out there. And it was a challenge being somewhere so secluded and at a place that needed a lot of work, and it was very small. So we made the tough decision to move to Airdrie, which Heather's sister actually lives in Airdrie.
Okay, so there was already family ties, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
To Airdrie then.
Tofino is an amazing place. It's still probably my favorite place in the whole world, but the challenges that are presented when you live there full time are very real.
Very real.
You can't give birth there. They kick you out when you're like 36 weeks pregnant.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So just figuring out those logistics alone with our eldest
Absolutely.
was wild. And we ended up giving birth in Eric's sister's apartment in Vancouver intentionally.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Not
It was just one random Thursday night, and
But yeah, I definitely
Crazy.
didn't want to go through that again,
yeah,
knowing we wanted to expand our family.
totally,
Be a little bit too stressful, even for us.
totally. Even for you guys. No, that's cool. So then you ended up moving here. You moved here to Airdrie. Because of family, and it was just going to be that kind of. Did you guys find a job first? Like, how did the process go for you when you made that move?
Yeah, so I found a job when we decided that we're going to move. I started looking for jobs, and luckily got hired on with the company. They actually flew me out for the interview, and it was super
cool.
fancy. So I did find a job, and that kind of secured things a little bit better. We were able to, apply for a mortgage and go through all that process because of that. So we were very fortunate for that, for sure.
Very cool. That's great. I mean, it's good to. You planned it and you figured it out. And are you working in Airdrie then, or in Calgary?
No. So the job was in Calgary. I'm no longer with that company. I actually started a new job just back in June.
Okay.
But I'm sure we'll get to that eventually.
I'm sure we will. Cool.
Yeah.
So you guys made the move and you guys rented first. Is that what happened?
No. So my sister really wanted us to move here.
Okay.
She's been pushing for it for years. And she was like, come and live with us in her basement. So she has 4 children.
Oh, crazy.
So it was us, their family of 6, plus our eldest daughter, who was 18 months old at the time, and our 3 cats under one roof. My sister is my best friend. We love each other a lot. So.
And do you still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Well,
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So that was awesome. I mean, it gave us the time to really find the perfect first home for us here.
Totally.
Wow.
And Lou loves it.
And Lou loves it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very cool. So then, so you were saying before you met Rob on a date.
Yes. So I joined a Facebook group called Airdrie Dads, and just said, hey, I'm moving to Airdrie soon. And Rob happened to just reach out. I don't know. He maybe creeped my profile and thought I looked cool or whatever, and said that we could meet up. And yeah, I reached out to him once we moved, and we went out and met up for some beer and barbecue, and just got along really well. And then Heather met Rob's wife, and they got along really well. And we just became really close friends.
That's cool. Yeah, they're a great couple. Him and Paige and their little one. Actually, their little one is similar age. Oh, almost.
Yeah.
10 months, I think.
Yeah.
I think he was born in April.
Right.
Yeah.
And Paul was born in October.
Okay, so pretty close. I mean, give it a year and it won't make a difference.
Yeah. They're still our little pandemic babies.
Ah, perfect. Because you gotta have a little pandemic baby. I don't want a pandemic baby. No, we had a pandemic puppy. That's what we did.
Oh, cool.
Hey,
But no pandemic baby. Yeah. So what would you say? So you kind of connected with Rob. You started working with him because of the friendship that created, and that was kind of how you guys did it. Did you guys interview other agents? Did you kind of go elsewhere, or was it strictly with him?
We went with a different agent for our house purchase in Airdrie. We didn't know Rob yet, and Heather had already sourced out a realtor that we used, and so we used someone else. And then when we decided we were going to make the move, to Calgary, it was a no-brainer. We knew we were going to go with Rob.
Well, Erik had been chatting about it with Rob, like making the move. So getting his advice, I was very comfortable in our little suburb bubble. Yeah. But I knew Erik really wanted to live in the city.
Yeah.
So I think they were plotting together and then slowly planting seeds, getting me on board.
Nice. So, because whereabouts did you guys move to? Where are you living now then?
We live in Inglewood.
Okay. Very cool. And you enjoy it? You love it?
Yeah, I love it. So the job I got is in Inglewood. And once I started exploring the neighborhood around my workplace, I knew that Heather would love this neighborhood as well. Like we spent a lot of time in East Vancouver, and it kind of has a bit of that vibe. And it's really close to the zoo, which we go to a lot with the kids. Yeah. So as soon as I started working here and was exploring the neighborhood, I just said, "Hey, let's go spend the day there." And I think Heather started to fall with it as well.
Yeah, the first time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, coming from Vancouver in those areas, Inglewood makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah, the first time that I came here and just walked around like 9th Avenue, I was like, oh my gosh, this feels like home.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So that was such a nice feeling.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Very cool. Were you guys the ones that had the playhouse in the backyard? Oh no, that was a different listing. Sorry, I was trying to think of like when you guys sold, because there was one that Rob hid in. Oh, it was someone. Anyways, long story. Well, we'll go there another day.
Our house in Airdrie did come with a little play structure, but it turned out to be a bit of a hazard, so we had to get it removed after.
Oh no.
Yeah, we looked at it from outside when we bought our place. We're like, oh, that's so cute. And then the first time our daughter played with it, we were like, ah.
It's like wiggling. Oh, crazy. No, that's cool. So I guess because you guys have bought and sold before, so what made a difference working with Rob during this process, and maybe some of the processes, his personality, what he brought to it, like what made a difference for you for that?
Rob was awesome. I have anxiety.
Yeah.
So it really stressed me out, the idea of moving. I was 4 weeks postpartum. And at that time my daughter was 2, so it's like 2-year-old just had a brand new baby.
2-week-old.
Yeah, I was like, is this really like the right time for this kind of thing? Kind of thinking more we'd move maybe in the spring or this coming summer.
Totally.
But Rob was just like, it's no problem, and he really just like held our hand and was really confident and just helped. He was like over at my house like mopping. I don't know if he does that for everybody, but he was like dusting. It's just like, anything that I can do, anything that you need, I'm here to help you. And I like to keep my house pretty spotless, so that was like making me nervous. Just, can I get everything kind of ready with this teeny tiny human like attached to me?
Absolutely.
But yeah, we totally made it work. It was awesome.
Cool. So did you guys buy first and sell second, or?
No. So we were looking in a few different neighborhoods, and Rob was so great. I was nervous to drive on the highway with this little one. Yeah. So he would like come and pick us up and take us to a few different neighborhoods, just because there wasn't a lot in Inglewood that fit our budget and our needs as a family of 4.
Totally.
So we checked out.
It's a unique area for that, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of the single family homes are actually quite a bit smaller.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So that wasn't really going to work. And we love a good project, but some of the homes, the older, like turn of the century homes that we were looking at were too much project for us at this stage in our lives.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, because you're so full with life, right? So you got to find that right thing. And it looks like, I mean, Eric, when you jumped up, like it's finished nicely and it's like, it's kind of a done house. Is that what you found?
Ish. So, I mean, like,
Ish, yeah.
It's in a, it's in a great location. The layout's awesome, but I mean, the previous owners did some very questionable paint jobs and DIY flooring projects and more aesthetics than anything, but beyond the point where, we could live with it. Like, we literally had painters in day one when we were moving in.
Yeah. Oh, which is good. Yeah. Oh, that's very cool. Mm-hmm. So maybe take me to the moment when some of those anxieties that you had, Heather, and some of the fears that you may have had with making that change, one during a pandemic, I'm tired of that word, but during this time, as well as young kids, essentially first couple years here in the city. Mm-hmm. Take us to the moment when you realized that this was working. How did you feel, and what did that feel like for both of you guys?
Well, I think for me, it was probably once I was really stressed about getting the photographer, videographer in the house. And just, Eric and Rob were like, the house is spotless, it's perfect. But I'm the kind of person that I just see every little thing. I work in fashion design, and that's part of my job, is to
totally
like hyper detail oriented. So they reassured me, but I was like, oh, you guys, you don't know. But then having the photographer and videographer in there was like, wow, this place looks great. When the photos were finally up and the video was up, I was like, there's something about seeing it on a screen. I'm like,
it's like separate. Like it's almost like those experiences of, you're like, that's where we live. Wow.
Like, our house looks amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think it all came down to that bowl of lemons. Heather was trying to stage it, and she made me go out and buy this, like, she wanted a white bowl and a whole bunch of lemons to put in the bowl for
that's fair. I get it.
And I mean, I think that's what sold it, really. Was that bowl?
Yeah, when the house sold, Paige, Rob's wife, was like, it's the lemons!
That's so good. And I can tell, Eric, you've been sitting there waiting to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the lemons a lot.
Well, did you keep the bowl at least? You still have the bowl?
It's a great bowl. Good salad.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
And then,
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, the moment like that it was actually listed and people could make appointments to come and see, our phones like blew up right away. And Eric called Rob and was like, is this normal? Like, how many requests? I don't even know how many requests we got in on one day. It was just insane.
Yeah. It was the lemons.
Yeah.
It was the lemons.
Come on now. That's awesome. Well, no, and it's good. And so I guess in hearing that, I mean, it's cool to see that you guys are in your new place. It all worked out. You've kind of figured it out, had painters in, everyone's happy. So at the end of the day, why would you recommend? Almost everyone's happy. That's right. Come on, Lou. So why would you recommend Rob, our team, our brokerage, our process? Why would you recommend that, or would you recommend that to others?
Very personable, like very, I don't know, I feel like he was like customized and like tailor-made to fit, our needs and what we were looking for. And it was just a very comfortable process. We went on 2 separate outings to look at separate places. Like, we were looking at homes in other neighborhoods, and he's the one that kind of solidified that, like, okay, you guys are moving to Calgary. Why do you want to move to Calgary? Well, you want to move to Calgary, right? Because we were looking at because we couldn't really, afford fully detached homes in Inglewood that suited our family.
Yeah.
So we're looking elsewhere, and he was the one that kind of was just like, listen, guys, you're making the move. Inglewood's the neighborhood. Let's focus on that. And just kind of made us realize that that's really what we needed.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And I think that's a huge advantage, right? Is getting to know our clients. And I mean, he knew you from before too, more as friends as well, but understanding your needs, I mean, picking you up and driving you when you needed it kind of thing. Like, that's huge, right?
It should be said the reason that happened was because I was in town already working, and then he would drive Heather and I would meet them. It wasn't because I was incapable of driving.
Oh, I was gonna say because you left your family and they were stranded. Like,
already in the town and coordinated with when I got off work.
Although there were a few times, I think, that people thought that Rob and I were husband and wife, and it was really funny.
That is funny.
He would just be carrying Lou, like, in the car seat or...
Yeah.
Well, the problem is you guys keep saying you met dating, so that's going to be the problem, right? So it's very confusing.
I promise it's nothing weird.
That's right. No, this is great. Is there anything else that you guys want to add that we didn't talk about, or anything you want to say about the process or anything at all? Because I think this was fantastic.
I mean, other than like the time, like how quickly our house sold. I mean,
It sold on the same day.
Yeah. We got multiple offers and sold in less than 24 hours.
Amazing.
Above asking price.
Above asking. Yeah.
And then got into our new place for we got a great deal on it.
Yeah.
I'll just
So good.
say that. Oh, it was a big day.
So it all happened very quickly, but it was very smoothly
seamless.
and
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for spending this time.
Can I say one more
that?
thing about Rob?
Go for it.
Can I say one more good thing about Rob?
I think we need to highlight this, but yes.
Well, we don't know Calgary, right? Like, we haven't worked here or been here for very long.
Yeah.
So, oh gosh. So, he had such a good, thorough understanding of every nook and cranny of the city and what side we want to be on and what neighborhood, and he was just so knowledgeable. And for us, that was really priceless because we don't have that type of knowledge. We're not from here. We're still so new to Alberta.
Yeah.
That really having someone who knows the city so well, that was really helpful.
And who's on your side and looking out for you. Yeah.
Totally. And even just, him being like, oh, you're going to love this shop. You're going to love this restaurant. Like, I know that this is the school. And he understood like exactly what we needed to be happiest.
Totally. Well, I mean, how can you go wrong? You're close to knifeware and without papers, right?
Yeah.
So
what
else do you need?
I spend way too much time in Plant.
Oh yes, I forgot about that one. That is a fantastic place.
I'm obsessed. Yeah.
That's good. You're in the right place. That's good. Yes. That is good.
Yeah.
Well, here's cheers with my coffee to your lemons and your new house.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Well, enjoy your day, guys, and thank you so much for spending this time with us.
For sure. Thank you.
Nap time.
That's right. Nap time. Okay. See you.
Bye.